As stated, I have been the cadet historian and chaplain this year for the RTB. And before we really get started into the history of the RTB, I just want to call Keith Call up to thank him publicly for all the work that he's done. He has to get out of here in a few minutes, so I wanted to make sure we could thank him for this, but he's really taken it upon himself to help us in our history research. He's gone through the archives with us. We email him something, he pulls it off the shelf before we even get there, and he's even just gone above and out of his way for us. So we really want to thank him. Thank you so much, Keith. Okay, so I've been working along with my team, which you'll get to hear from in a few moments, on putting together this comprehensive history of Wheaton College and the military and the relationship they've built over the years. More specifically today, though, we are going to be talking about the many ways God has used the RTB and its alumni in the profession of arms to glorify himself. So the way we're going to do this is just more or less walking through chronologically the activities that the college has gone through in the military, starting with the Civil War, going through the World Wars, the founding of ROTC, how it was originally mandatory, and then became voluntary over the years. We're going to highlight some Ranger Challenge, which you'll hear about in a few moments, as well as OCF, Officers Christian Fellowship, and spiritual development available to our cadets here on campus. So we're just going to start off here with the history of Wheaton College, the Civil War. Way back when the college was founded in 1860, the Civil War was still raging, obviously. And the college sent 67 of its current students who enlisted into the Civil War. Of them, many became officers as well, although there's no great records on that. But we have a long heritage of those enlisting as well. One of those is Major John Powell, who is one of the most famous soldiers to come through Wheaton College. He was a major in the Civil War and went on to be the first person to explore the Grand Canyon. He did this by boat, which in doing so, he was also the first person, obviously, to use a boat on the Colorado River as they went through the canyon, which was just an unbelievable journey and experience for him and all. Nothing like that had been attempted. It was extremely dangerous. So one of our first alumni. And if you notice, those two pictures on the lower right are actually of him. And in the one in the center on the left, you notice that he's grasping his left arm, I believe it is. And it is because he was wounded in battle and lost that arm. So it is like that. We actually had a graduation canceled here at Wheaton as well during the Civil War due to the high rates of students just joining the military and leaving for war. So it shows how strong the college's connection has been over the years. Moving on a little more modern times, we have the World Wars. The image on the top is of World War I students, well, World War I soldiers who were students at Wheaton College. We had 92 of them come through the college, and of them, 2, Wills Pork and Russell Brooks, were killed in action in the war itself. So during World War II then, the Army was allowed to have soldiers stay on Wheaton's campus, and these were actually soldiers, not students of the college. These were clearly military soldiers staying there for training. And the training, I'm just going to highlight a few little bits of it. It was very similar, really, to what ROTC cadets seated around you go through today, in that it was military science along with physical training in the mornings. And this continued to grow the relationship with the military and the college, and actually led many of those soldiers before they went to war to come to faith and belief in Christ. Over 1,600 students of the college at that time joined the military, or as graduates joined the military, which is a huge number. In the picture on the steps of Blanchard, we have 17 young men in 1944 preparing to leave for the train station. So this photo was taken right before they walked down the street to the train station, which the campus just closed in around them, and the entire college really walked with them down to the train station before they left for training for World War II at Fort Lewis in Washington State. So, At this point, I'm going to turn it over to Cadet Sarah Antioho, who's been one of my assistants this year and given a lot of her time to this project. So.
Good afternoon. My name is Cadet Sarah Antioho, and I will be speaking today on the beginning of ROTC. In honor of 1,600 former students and graduates who served in World War II, 39 of whom gave their lives, Wheaton College built a memorial student center dedicated in 1951. The college also built a Gold Star Chapel right down the hallway from here. A Gold Star flag is a rectangular shaped flag with a red border, white background, featuring a gold star. These flags are given to the primary next of kin to those who have been killed in action. It is to these men and others who we have dedicated the MSC and the Gold Star Chapel. Army ROTC began in the summer of 1952 after the recommendation by Wheaton College Board of Trustee member Philip Howard. It was also strongly supported by two of our presidents, President Edmund and President Armourding. All freshmen and sophomore males were required to be in ROTC. As you can imagine, the program was rather large, and upwards of 600 males were in ROTC. Because so many students were in the program, we were able to have a marching band, which you can see in the bottom left-hand picture. This is the marching band performing at a football game. As the years went on, ROTC faced many difficulties as protests began to bring about the end of mandatory service in 1969. It became completely voluntary in 1975. Also in 1975, the first female cadets were enrolled in the program. After ROTC became voluntary, many schools joined the program. Today, the Rolling Thunder Battalion consists of Wheaton College, Lewis University, Olivet Nazarene University, Benedictine University, University of St. Francis, Aurora University, Elmhurst College, and North Central College. As the years passed, ROTC began to expand its training. Now we have a more tactical focus. This prepares cadets for training opportunities that they will experience. For instance, every cadet between their junior and senior year goes to the Leadership, Development, and Assessment course, also known as LDAC. Other special training opportunities that some of our cadets have participated in include Airborne School and Air Assault School. The RTB has also participated in various community outreach programs with local elementary schools, middle schools, and junior ROTC programs. Now I will be followed by Cadet Gayle Foote.
Hello, my name is Cadet Foote, and I'll be briefing you guys on the most recent history of the RTB. Ranger Challenge is called the varsity sport of ROTC. This annual competition includes divisions of 9 and 5-man teams competing in 8 events, including first aid, land navigation, weapons knowledge, and most importantly, physical fitness. Since beginning to compete in Ranger Challenge, the RTB has had 21 first place finishes, 8 second place finishes, and 7 third place finishes. The women's 5-man team and the brigade level 9-man team were both new experiences for the RTB this year. This year was also the first year that we won the task force division in all 3 levels: 9-man, 5-man, and 5-man female. The tradition of winning started in 1987 with the first place finish and will continue for many years to come. Excellence in Ranger Challenge is a direct product of the entire Rolling Thunder Battalion's excellence. The General Douglas MacArthur Award was given to the RTB in 1991 and 2005. This prestigious award is